Welcome to Follow Your Brush with Pam. I'm exploring this afternoon with a new color that I purchased within the last couple weeks. So it's new to me, may not be new to some of you. It's called Bordeaux. And what I am doing is I have added it with different strengths of water, different amounts of water. This is 300-pound paper. Come back in here and soften some of this. From Arche. I did add some cobalt blue in here. And I'm just playing with the color to see what it might do for us today. And how it responds. Splatter some water in this area here. This is just plain water I'm splattering, just to give it kind of a cool effect. You see my water stopped there, so, but I'm gonna come back in here with some more water and see if I can't get that blossom up. Cauliflower, we call it. And like I say, I'm just exploring. May get some salt here too in a minute and try that as well. Kind of have this bursting from this corner. This corner I put cobalt blue as well as the Bordeaux. Got kind of a blossom thing going over here too. I'm gonna move it around. It's still wet. It's wet enough to move. See that? See how far it will go. The pigment will go where the water flows. So there we go. There's some, I'll bring that down a little bit. I like to do this just to see the shapes that it makes and kind of let it paint the picture itself, what it wants to do. I'd like to get some more down in this area, but we'll wait and see. Now these white marks here, I don't know if they didn't get wet or if I have a sizing issue with this paper. I've had this paper for a while. The cat's trying to help me. And so I think the paper may actually have a sizing issue. But I'm gonna come in with a different color. These are my Daniel Smith Watercolor sticks. And let's try these spots that did not fill in and see if they do indeed take color. I'll just put some right there. And it looks like, yeah, looks like they will. So it may not be a sizing issue. I thought perhaps it was my paper. So let's just kind of let that go. See how what that wants to do. This is Hansa Yellow Medium. My watercolor sticks. I really like my watercolor sticks because you can just, I purchased them in the case, this little case that comes in if you order more than 5, or you can order the cases individually. And then I like to just paint from the case directly. So that's kind of pretty. Almost looks like we have a little bit of a flower going on there. Bring some up into here too. I don't really have a plan. Actually, to tell you the truth, I've started a video like about 3 times today and didn't like any of them. So I stopped to start over. So this is probably about my 4th or 5th attempt. I decided to just try to stop thinking and just play. I like the way this Hansa Yellow medium is playing with the Bordeaux. I connect some more here. And let's just come down here and do some I'll put some more here intentionally. Really drop some drops in here. And this one I'm gonna let it run a little bit and see what it does with the Bordeaux. Let's go this direction. You can really see it spreading. And giving us some nice color, I think. And then of course I can always turn this over different directions too and see what I like and what it's doing. Kind of tilt it some more this way. I like painting on the diagonal and from left to right corner. So that's kind of the way I'm tilting this to see how that does in that direction. And then see what I want to do. Might turn it around and take it a different direction. The Bordeaux and the cobalt blue has made a nice lavender, I think. And the Handsy yellow medium is also adding nicely to the color shift. Continue to, just gotta be patient. Just let it do what it wants to do. So often I am impatient, but I want to let it kind of get to that corner, that left-hand corner, and then I will stop tilting when I get to that point that I'm satisfied. Almost there. I want it to get to the edge. Let's see what it's doing. Okay, it's kind of coming out here on this side, so let me blot that up. So I think I have achieved that. Let's turn this over and look at a different direction. I like this. What do you think? That looks like a sunburst coming out to me. I like that with the sky. I'm gonna let this sit a minute. I'm in my kitchen today because I usually have better lighting in the kitchen window in the afternoon instead of my desk. And then the sun kind of went behind a cloud, so I am getting some more shadows in here than I anticipated. You'll notice that my paper is still puffy, which means that it's still wet. So I need to just kind of let that puffiness go down. And I'm not going to dry it with a hair dryer because I want to just watch what it's doing. And I like it. I like the way that it's bursting through here. And this almost looks like a silhouette of it, maybe a little bit of a sun coming through there. I really like that. So, like I said, this color is from Daniel Smith. It's called Bordeaux. I put some in a little pan here. I also added it to some of my palettes, and I like it a lot. It's a very vibrant color, and it bursts in the water, spreads, and takes off just really nicely. So I do like that. So this could be a nice first wash for something later. I can come back later and just kind of be patient, let it dry. But I'm seeing kind of a sky scene in this, and maybe a little bit of a shadow of a sun, or even a moon maybe, or a flower. I don't know. But this is still puffy, so I don't want to go into it. I could add some salt at this point. Let me see if I have some salt in my little tin here. That little box of goodies. But nope. I don't see any light at hand, so I'm not gonna get up to get it right now. Too distracting. But just sit and watch this another minute if you don't mind sitting with me while we watch it. I like it. So now we have the blue down in this corner, the cobalt blue. And this is the, I splattered some and spritzed some. This is my Hansa yellow medium. And I want to kind of let it talk to me, what it wants to do. So I'm not really ready to go on with it. So I don't want to make y'all wait and sit. Some of this area, I'm just gonna, if I mess up, I mess up. I like this line right here. I kind of come in with some of my straight pigment. Are you yelling at the screen to stop? I don't want to really make a full circle. I just want to make a partial circle there. I might come in here with some water on top and soften it a little bit. And encourage it to also run. I'm barely touching the page. I do that often when I paint. And I think it's just because I've painted so long with difficulties with my hand and sometimes even in a brace. And so I have a very soft touch. I like that. Kind of makes it look like that yellow is almost coming out of through this. Actually through this. Yeah. I don't want that too dark. I want this darker down here. We'll see how that does. I like that. I don't know if you, let's try it again this way. So, nope. 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 I like it this way. I'm gonna just splatter some water on here with my fingers. Sometimes that gives it a nice, oh yeah, it's kind of a starry look. I'll tell you what I'm thinking of. Here in Georgia, just a couple weeks ago, we actually had a meteorite. We felt at my house, we actually felt the sonic boom as it came through the sky. And it in our county, not in our neighborhood, but maybe 10, 15 miles away from us, the meteorite actually had exploded, and it came, people actually had pictures of it, came through the sky, through somebody's house, through the roof, and all the way through to their floor. That's how powerful it was. So scientists have been studying it. They got the piece of meteorite, and other people have found some in their yards. And they've been studying it and said it's like 3.7 billion years old, older than the Earth. I might have that number wrong, but that it's older than the earth itself. So that's kind of what I was thinking with this. It was like, boom, just kind of came through this portal, boom. In the sky, it was like a blue, like a dark, dark line coming through the sky. It was in a couple months ago. So it was kind of exciting here for us in Little Georgia. I'm going to leave this for the moment and just let this dry. I'm just playing today, but I want to introduce you to this new color, Bordeaux. I do like it. While this is drying, let me come over here and let's just play with it a minute. Let's just do some tests with it. There's a wet on wet. There's a nice big circle. Wet on wet. Put it in the middle. Look how that goes. Look how that just takes off and spreads. Isn't that beautiful? I really like that. I like that. I really like that a lot. Let's do some wet on dry. Now this has been dry in this palette for quite a while. But look how pigmented that is and beautiful. You can go back in, come in from full strength, and you can just see how it spreads. Isn't that pretty? So this is called Bordeaux. Let's add some to this too. Look how that goes. Isn't that pretty? A little earlier here I was talking about the cobalt blue. This is my Daniel Color watercolor stick. This is my cobalt blue. Let's put some of that here. These also are extremely pigmented. So this is going wet on dry. Of course, now the paper is wet. Now let's come back over here and add some of this Bordeaux and see what it does. It really likes to, it really spreads beautifully. And then if we blend them together, some little dry brush there. Let's do some dry brush. Come back in here, add some little dry brush with my cobalt blue. And we got a nice little grassy area. This is a synthetic squirrel brush from Fumi. F-U-U-M-I-I. Fumi. Kind of like a coil brush. And it works very nicely. I like the way it feels. Okay, I'm going to let you know, but that's my Bordeaux. And we'll let this dry and see how that turns out. Talk to you later. Bye.